Hello, lovelies. Well, it's been a very interesting time in these past few weeks. I feel like everybody's kind of coming out of a slump and getting their energies back into normal. A few of you may have been getting out and doing a little bit more partying than usual, even if that's with yourself. And some of you guys have been kind of doing this balancing act between your emotions and your confidence versus your ego and your desires. And Leo season is about having that optimism and having this bold charisma and wanting to get out there and meet new people, but it's also about balancing that ego and that demeanor that can be demanding or bossy. So depending on what's going on in your life, depending on zodiacs, of course, that can be a good thing in a way because it can bring your voice out more, but in other ways it can hinder opportunities because at times that can be the wrong voice that you want to be speaking. So we're going to be taking a look at where your Leo energy is placed within, your current circumstances. Find out really where you're at currently with everything and where you might be pushing a little too hard, where you need to be focusing a little bit more, and overall, what can you look forward to coming in the next month or so, okay? So let's take a look and see where your personal zodiac is for the month of August 2020. All right, my Leos, so specifically for you, we are talking about how your energy is in that balance between having healthy relationships, okay, and having people accept you for you and all of the things that encompass you, and in a very healthy way, versus you having expectations possibly or behaviors that are not exactly healthy and they're creating an unrealistic expectation. Okay, so this month is really about you evaluating your friendships and relationships in that aspect, okay, where that balance is. So let's take a look and see kind of what energy is you at the moment for August. Alright, let's take a look here. What energy, what card would describe you? So we've got the Two of Cups. So partnerships, relationships, love, connections, just having that balance and that connection with everything and having that flow in general. That's really the energy that you are in, is grasping for that if you're struggling or have had a disconnection, or maintaining if you finally have gotten in kind of that groove, okay? Overall, the current state within your goal here is releasing anything that you don't need, or getting rid of the anxiety and the burdens and just kind of starting fresh and being able to really intuitively feel your way through everything. This is your solar return, so you're feeling very intuitive right now, and you're really looking at that energy for its highest benefit for everything that you have going on in your life right now. So that's fantastic. That's a good place to be right now with this Leo energy, okay? So let's take a look at where you may be pushing too hard. So rather than the bag chasing you because you have your head in that space of abundance is coming to you, you have created a space where you are letting this come in and everything is working out and flowing just fine when it comes to your finances and your abundance. Right now, I feel like instead of being in that exact flow, you're kind of chasing the bag. And by chasing the bag, I mean like you are, you think you have too much control over it, as opposed to just knowing the universe is taking care of you, knowing that the opportunities are coming, and being just very much at peace with that flow, okay? I feel like you could also possibly be, if you've got an opportunity, okay, or you've got a certain mentality that you've achieved, I don't want you to feel like you have to be bossy to keep it, okay? You want to open up your horizons, and this is a time for networking and a time for making friendships and making relationships, okay? And doing that and opening up, the reward you get are new opportunities coming your way. The universe starts to kind of show you, well, look, now that you have just kind of relaxed and gone with the flow, we're going to start showing you all these different opportunities and options that you can now take. And that kind of just confirms things for you, that you don't have to try so hard, that the universe will come back to you and show you these results as long as you could open up and be a little bit vulnerable, but you're being vulnerable to networking, to building relationships, to that teamwork. Okay, that's what builds that network. And in the turn, you get more opportunities that show you that you've got people that are in support of your goals overall, and that it can be even more than, how can I put that? Rather than trying so hard to find all the different pieces, all the pieces just start coming together naturally. Okay, so how can you move forward to get what you want here? The Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is about taking a risk and taking that leap of faith forward, but in a very measurable way. So you want to be very enthusiastic about things rather than being domineering or having that, one up on people or feeling superior or acting superior. You really want to kind of come down to earth and just be willing to relate to people, okay? You want to leave the situation feeling like no one felt anything other than just relatable with you, okay? That's really the message that I'm getting here. How to go with the flow at the end of it all here. Justice. So keeping that balance. Just keeping that balance and knowing when to take a step forward and when to take a step back, and just knowing that the universe has your back, okay? And justice will just kind of slowly but surely, or actually in your case, I think it'll come pretty quickly, because I don't see a whole lot more I see a lot more wands and pages than pentacles, so that it indicate, I see more wands and cups as opposed to pentacles. So that would indicate some pretty quick movement and a lot of intuitive seeing and feeling things kind of progress as you go forward. So I would not be surprised if you start seeing things happen pretty quickly, actually. Alright, is there anything else that you need to know? King of Pentacles, Five of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords. So that's that balance right there between being down to earth and being in that mental state of having to kind of be sharp or be direct. Rather than being direct, just be more open to hearing what people have to say, and having a little bit more patience and things like that when it comes to communicating and networking, okay? You'll have a lot more opportunities come along in that aspect, in that way, in that delivery than you would otherwise, all right? So if you're interested in looking at your specific situation, let me know. You can find all the information on how to book a session down below, and I hope you have a fantastic month. Much love, and I will see you next month.